Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. If you are new to my channel, please subscribe to my channel, like this video and press the bell icon. In this video, you will learn how to create a Laravel CRUD application with authentication and authorization. Authentication is the process of verifying the identity of a user, typically through a set of credentials such as a username and password. For example, when a user logs into a web application by providing valid login credentials, the system verifies these credentials against stored user data to authenticate and identify the user. Authorization, on the other hand, is the process of determining whether a user has the necessary permissions to perform a specific action or access a particular resource. It defines what actions a user is allowed or not allowed to take within the application. For example, even though a user is authenticated, they may not be authorized to update or delete certain Eloquent models or database records managed by your application. Laravel's authorization features provide an easy, organized way of managing these types of authorization checks. Laravel provides two primary ways of authorizing actions, gates and policies. In this tutorial, we will use Laravel policy for the authorization process. Let's get started. First, we will install Laravel 10. Go to the directory where you want to install Laravel 10. Right-click and click on Open in Terminal. Type the command Laravel, new, your project name and press Enter. Here, we are using Laravel installer to install Laravel 10. If you want to install Laravel using Composer, then type the command Composer create-project Laravel/Laravel your project name. Make sure you have Composer and XAMPP server installed in your system. It will take some time to download, depending on your internet connection, so please wait for the download to complete. The download is completed successfully. Now, type cd your project name to go to the project directory. Open your project in your preferred editor, such as VS Code. Open a new terminal. Type the command php artisan serve to run your Laravel app. Open your browser and type localhost:8000 and press Enter. You will see the welcome page of your Laravel app. Here, you will see the versions of Laravel and PHP. For authentication, we will use Laravel Breeze. In your browser, type Laravel Breeze and press Enter. Click on this link. Now, click on Breeze and Blade. Copy this command. Click here and select Command Prompt. Paste the command which you have copied. It will take some time to download, depending on your internet connection, so please wait for the download to complete. The download is completed successfully. Copy this command. Paste the command which you have copied. Here, we have to choose the stack. We will use Blade with Alpine. Type Blade and press Enter. Now, it will ask for dark mode support. Type Yes and press Enter. Now it will ask for testing framework. Type 1 and press Enter for PEST. Please wait for some time until the download is completed. Laravel Breeze has been downloaded successfully. Now, we need to create a database. Make sure Apache and MySQL are started in the XAMPP server. Now, go to your browser and open phpMyAdmin. Click on Databases. Open .env file. Copy the database name. Paste the database name here and click on Create to create the database. The database has been created. Now, we need to migrate the database. Copy this command. Paste the command to migrate the database. Now we need to install the dependencies. Copy this command. Paste the command in the command prompt. Type the command npm run dev and press enter to compile the assets. Keep this tab open as it watches the files for changes and recompiles the assets as needed. Reload the page and you will see login and register link. Click on login link and you will see the login page. Click on the register link and you will see the register page. Enter name, email, password and click on register to register a user. You will see the dashboard. It means the user is registered successfully. Now, we need to create Note Controller. We will create a resource controller instead of the traditional controller. Resource controller is a way to define a group of routes for a controller that handles typical CRUD operations. It is a controller that provides a set of methods to handle HTTP requests for a resource, such as a database table. Laravel resource routing assigns the typical CRUD routes to a controller with a single line of code. Click here, then select Command Prompt. Type the command php artisan make controller note controller -- resource. This command will generate a resource controller named Note Controller in the app/http/controllers directory. It will include methods such as index, create, store, show, edit, update, and destroy. Open notecontroller.php file. Here you will see index, create, store, show, edit, update and destroy method. While we can proceed to create the note model and migration using the command php artisan make model-m, we can generate the note model, notes migration, and note resource controller with a single command. First, delete the note resource controller, which we have created. In your terminal, type the command php artisan make model-mrc note and press enter. This command will create note model, notes migration, and note resource controller. Here is the note resource controller. You can see all the methods such as index, create, store, show, edit, update, and destroy. Here is the note model. Here is the notes migration file. Open web.php file. Let's add resource route for note controller. Type root : resource, followed by the URI prefix notes, enclosed in single quotes within parentheses. This indicates that the routes will be prefixed with /notes. Then, add a comma. After that, include note controller, class. Do not forget to import note controller. The note controller references the controller class responsible for handling requests related to the notes resource. Now, let's see all the routes. In your terminal, type the command php artisan root, list and you will see all the routes. You can see the named root, notes.index associated with the index method in the note controller. Then there are other named routes, such as notes.store, notes.create, notes.show, notes.update, notes.destroy, and notes.edit. Before proceeding further, let's add the fields in the notes table. Open Notes Migration file. First, we will add a column for user ID, which will be a foreign key referencing another table. This foreign key constraint ensures that the user ID must exist in the reference table. Additionally, when a record in the reference table is deleted, any related records in this table will also be automatically deleted. That's why we are using Cascade on Delete. Now, add another field, title, of type string, which will be used to store note titles. Next, add a field, body, of type text, which will be used to store the body of the notes. Now we need to migrate the database. In your terminal, type the command php artisan migrate to migrate the database. You can see the migration was successful. Open phpMyAdmin. Reload the page and you will see the notes table in the database with all the fields which we have added. Now, let's add the fields that are mass assignable using the $fillable property. We will also add the relationships. Open note.php model. Add a protected $fillable property as an array. Include the fields, title, body, and user_ID within the array to mark them as mass assignable. Let's add the first relationship. Define a function named user that returns a belongs to relationship, indicating that a note belongs to a user. Don't forget to import belongs to. Open user.php model. Let's add another relationship. Define a function named notes that returns a has many relationship, indicating that a user can have many notes. Don't forget to import has many. Now, open Note Controller and in the Create method, return a Create View Blade file located inside the Notes folder. Now, let's create a Create View Blade file for displaying the Create form. Create a Notes folder inside the Views folder. Now, create a create.blade.php view file inside this Notes folder. Open dashboard.blade.php file and copy the code. Paste the code in create.blade.php file. Replace the text dashboard with notes. Now, replace the text you are logged in with create note. Now in your browser, navigate to localhost :8000/notes/create and you will see the create view. Here, we need to display a create form for creating a note. Open updateprofile.blade.php file. Copy the code for the form. Paste the code for the form here. Remove this code block. Now, remove the entire if and if block. Delete this code block for email. Rename Save to Create in the button. Change the root from profile.update to notes.store. Delete at method patch. In the input label, rename name to title. In the text input, replace name with title. Delete $user title. Open your browser and you will see the form with title input and a create button. Change max width to 2XL from 7XL. Also add P4 for padding. Open your browser and you will see that the form width is changed. Delete this ending div tag and div py12. You can see that the padding to top and bottom is decreased. Now, let's create a component for text area. Open textinput.blade.php component. Right-click on the file and select duplicate file or directory. Rename it with textarea-input.blade.php. I have added props and Tailwind CSS classes in this component. You can pause the video and copy this code. Open create.blade.php file. Duplicate this code block. Replace name with body in the input label. Delete text input. Now, add text area input component. Add the class empty1 block wfull. Between the text area input component, add double curly braces and inside them, add old body within parentheses, which is a helper function used primarily in forms for retaining form input data across requests. You can see the text area. Let's change the border color of the text input within the text input component. Additionally, we will modify the Tailwind CSS classes for the primary button component. Open text area input component and copy this border class from here. Now, open text input component. Replace border gray 700 with the copied code. Open your browser and you will see that the border color of the text input is changed. Now, let's modify the Tailwind CSS classes for the primary button component. Open primary button component. Add the following Tailwind CSS classes. You can pause the video and copy these classes. Now, open your browser and you will see that the primary button color is changed. Open notecontroller.php file. Here in the store method, add redirect response, which is a return type hint, indicating that the store function is expected to return an instance of illuminate_http/redirect response class for the code. Import redirect response. Let's add validation. Define a variable $validated, then add $request_validate, which will call validate method on the $request object. Then in the parentheses add an array, add validation rules for title and body inside this array. Here, title field is required and must be a string, minimum characters 5 and maximum characters 255. The title must be unique in the notes table. Pipe is used to separate multiple validation rules applied to a single field. Then add validation for body. Here, body field is required and must be a string, minimum characters 10. Now, add $request_user, which will be used to retrieve the authenticated user. Then attach notes relationship. After that, add create method and pass $validated array inside it as a parameter. The method automatically assigns the authenticated user's ID to the user_ID column of the newly created note. Now, add dd function and add created string in the parentheses. It will print the string, created, and then stop the script's execution. The dd function is a debugging function that stands for dump and die. Open your browser. We forgot to change the label text for title. Open create.blade.php file. Rename the label text to title. Also add name attribute in the text area for body. Reload the page. Now, enter title and body and click on the Create button. You can see the created string, which means the data has been inserted into the database. Open PHP MyAdmin and click on Notes table and you will see the inserted data. Copy this title and navigate to the Create form. Paste the title and enter data into the body text area. Click on the Create button. You can see the error message, the title has already been taken. It means the validation is working. In the body field, add 4 to 5 characters and click on Create button and you will see an error. The body field must be at least 10 characters. In the body field, add body text of 10 characters or long and then add a different title in the title field. Then click on the Create button. You will see created string and we did not get any error. Open phpMyAdmin and click on Notes table and you will see the newly inserted data. You can see that the user ID is also inserted in the Notes table. Open Users table and you will see one user with user ID 1, which is inserted into the Notes table. Now, let's display the notes. In the Note controller, in the index method, add return view notes.index with notes.index in parentheses. In the Notes folder, create a blade file index.blade.php. Now, open create.blade.php file and copy the entire code. Paste the copied code in the create.blade.php file. Remove this form code. Add an H3 tag with Tailwind CSS classes text center and text, gray, 100. Inside the H3 tag, add the title, all notes. Open your browser and navigate to localhost :8000/notes and you will see the title, all notes. Let's display a table here. In Google, type Tailwind CSS table and press enter. Click on this link. Click on Copy to copy the code. Remove this title and paste the copied code here. Remove this div tag. In the table class, add Tailwind classes MT6 and Y6. Now, open your browser and you will see the table. Let's display the notes in the table. In the index method, define a variable called $notes and assign it the result of note::all. Here, note::all is a Laravel Eloquent query that fetches all rows from the notes table. Don't forget to import note model. Add a comment, retrieve all notes from the database. Now pass the $notes variable inside a compact function with the index view. Open index.blade.php file. In the first table header, add ID. Here add title. Then add body. After that, add created at. Copy and paste this table header. Here, add actions. Delete second and third table rows. We will use the for else loop to iterate over the data from the notes array. Add for else loop with the empty block. Add $notes as $note in the parentheses. Copy this table row and paste inside the for else block. Here, add $note ID in double parentheses to display the note ID. Now, add $note title in double parentheses to display the note title. Here, add $note body in double parentheses to display the note body. Now, add $note created at in double parentheses to display the note creation date. Copy and paste this table data block. Here, add edit/delete. Now, in the empty block, display a table row with a message, "No note found," when the collection is empty. Now, open your browser and you will see two notes which we have added earlier. You can see the note's ID, title, body, and creation date and time. We will display this date and time in a human-readable format. Let's increase the max width of the form. Replace 2XL with 3XL. You can see the width is increased. We will display this date and time in a human-readable format. Open index.blade.php file. Here, after created at, add diff for humans method, which is used to display the difference between two dates in a human-readable format. Open your browser, and you will see the human-readable time. Let's display SVG icons for edit and delete. In Google, type hero icons and press enter. Open this link. Now, search for pencil. Click on Copy SVG to copy the SVG. Paste the copied SVG here. Open your browser and you will see the pencil SVG icon. Now search for trash icon. Copy the SVG. Paste the copied SVG here after pencil icon. Open your browser and you will see the SVG icons. Let's fix this. Open index.blade.php file. In this TD element, add the class inlineFlex. Open your browser and you will see that both icons are displayed inline. In the first SVG elements class, add MR2 for margin right. Let's register one more user. Click on Logout to log out the user. Now click on Register to register a new user. Enter name, email, password, confirm password and click on Register to register a new user. Now, navigate to localhost :8000/notes/create to create a new note. Enter a title and body and click on the Create button to create a new note. You can see the created string, which means the new note has been created successfully. Navigate to localhost :8000/notes and you will see the newly created note. Here, you can see that all the notes are displayed. But we want to display only those notes created by the logged-in user. To do this, open Note Controller. Let's dump user ID using the dd function and passing auth ID in the parentheses. Auth ID is a method used to retrieve the authenticated user's ID. It provides a convenient way to access the ID of the authenticated user without having to use the auth facade. Reload the page and you will see the ID of the logged-in user, which is 2. Open phpMyAdmin and click on Users table and you will see that ID 2 is of the user Jane Doe, which is the logged-in user. Comment this dd function. Also comment out this note all method. Define a variable called $notes and assign it the result of note : where method, followed by the get method to retrieve the records. Inside the parentheses, first pass user_ID inside single quotes, then add auth user ID method to retrieve the ID of the authenticated user. Open your browser and reload the page and you will see only one note, which is created by the logged-in user. Comment this code. Instead of the where method, you can also use the where user ID method, where you don't need to pass user_ID. You just need to pass auth user ID method in the parentheses. The where user ID method is a dynamic method provided by Laravel's Eloquent. It constructs a where clause in SQL to filter records from the note model where the user_ID column matches the provided value, which in this case is the ID of the currently authenticated user. Open your browser and you will see the same output. Let's add some comments. Here, add a comment: fetch only the notes created by the logged-in user. Copy this line and paste it here. Let's add pagination. Replace the get method with the paginate method and pass 5 inside the parentheses, which will show 5 notes per page. Open index.blade.php file. After the ending table tag, add $notes links inside double curly braces, which will call the links method on the notes variable. Open your browser and you will not see the pagination links as we have just one note created by the logged-in user. So let me create some notes. So, I have created some notes and now you can see the pagination links. Click on the link and you will go to page 2. Click on the link and you will go to page 1. Here, you can see total notes are 6 and it is showing 5 notes. Let's add some margin here. In the table class, add MB2 for margin bottom. You can see the margin bottom is applied. Here the notes are displayed in ascending order by created _ at timestamp. Let's display the notes in descending order. Open Note Controller and add latest method before the paginate method. The latest method is used to order query results by the created _ at timestamp in descending order, meaning the most recent records appear first. Open your browser and reload the page. You will see that now the notes are displayed in descending order by the created _ at timestamp. Here, you can see that the body text is displayed in full length. We will display only some characters of it. Open the index.blade.php file. Here we will use strLimit helper function by passing $notebody as the first parameter, the string you want to truncate, and the desired maximum number of characters you want to display as the second parameter. Open your browser and you will see that the body is truncated to 30 characters only. Here, let's display a header for the notes. Open index.blade.php file. Here I have added some divs with Tailwind CSS classes to display header on left side and a link on the right side to go to the create page. You can pause the video to copy the code. Open your browser and you will see the header and create button link on the right side. Let's add an SVG icon with the button. Go to Hero Icons website and search for plus icon. Click on Copy SVG to copy the SVG icon. Paste the copied SVG icon after the create text. Change width and height to 4. Open your browser and you will see the create button link with the plus icon. Click on this link to go to the create page. Let's add navigation link for notes. Open navigation.blade.php file. Duplicate this nav link component. Replace dashboard with notes.index. Here, replace dashboard with notes. Here, for the active link, replace dashboard with notes.index. Scroll down to add the nav link for mobile menu. Duplicate this responsive nav link component. Replace dashboard with notes. Here, replace dashboard root with notes.index. Now, for the active link, replace dashboard with notes.index. Open your browser and you will see the notes link in the navigation menu. Click on the dashboard link. Now click on the notes link and you will see the notes page and active link. Click on the create button link to go to the create page. Here we will display a header and a back button. Open create.blade.php file. Here I have added some divs with Tailwind CSS classes to display header on left side and a link on the right side to display a back button. You can pause the video to copy the code. Open your browser and you will see the header and back button link on the right side with the Create form. Click on the back button link and you will be redirected to the Notes page. Now click on the Create button link to go to the Create Note page. Let's create a component for this back button link. Open Components folder. Right-click on Nev link. Now click on Duplicate File or Directory to duplicate this file. Add the file name amber-btn-link.blade.php. Add the following Tailwind CSS classes in this component. Open create.blade.php file. Comment out this ahref link. Here, add amber-btn link component and dynamically pass the href attribute using the root helper function to generate the URL for the notes.index root. Now, add the text back. Copy this SVG element and paste it here. Open your browser and you will see the same output with the back button link. For the icon I have used this chevron double left SVG icon. Open index.blade.php file. We will create a component for the Create button link also. Right-click on amber-btn link. Now click on Duplicate File or Directory to duplicate this file. Rename the file with green-btn-link.blade.php. Add the following Tailwind CSS classes in this component. Open index.blade.php file. Here, add green btn link component. Copy this create text and SVG and paste in the component. Now, dynamically pass the href attribute using the root helper function to generate the URL for the notes.create root. Comment out this ahref link. Open your browser. Click on the back button link. You can see the same output with the Create button link. Click on the Create button link to go to the Create Note page. Let's display the page title here. Open applay.php file. Declare a public property $title. Now, define a constructor method, which accepts an optional parameter $title. The initial value of $title is null. Inside the constructor, assign the value of $title is to the class property $thisTitle. Open app.blade.php file. Duplicate this title tag. Comment out the first title tag. Delete this code. In the title tag, add an isSet directive and pass $title in the parentheses to check if the $title variable is set or not. If the $title variable is set, its value will be echoed inside the title tag. Then add a separator dash, after that end isSet using @endIsSet, at last add the name of the website. The @isSet directive checks if the $title variable is set and not null. If it is, it will display the value of $title followed by a hyphen and then the string Laravel notes. If $title is not set or null, it will only display Laravel notes. Open Note Controller. Define a variable $title and set its value to create note. Now pass the $title variable inside a compact function with the create view. Open create.blade.php file. Now add title prop in the app layout component and set its value to $title. Open your browser and you will see the page title, Create Note-Laravel Notes. Click on this link. Let's display page title on this page also. Open index.blade.php file. Add title prop in the app layout component and set its value to $title. Open Note Controller. In the index method, define a variable $title and set its value to all notes. Now pass the $title variable inside a compact function with the index view. There is an error, undefined variable $title, because we need to pass $notes and $title variable inside an array. Open your browser and reload the page and you will see the page title, All Notes-Laravel Notes. Click on the dashboard link. Let's display page title on this page also. Open dashboard.blade.php file. Add title prop in the app layout component and set its value to $title. Open web.php file. Here, define a variable $title and set its value to dashboard. Now pass the $title variable inside a compact function with the dashboard view. Open your browser and reload the page and you will see the page title, Dashboard-Laravel Notes. Click on the Notes link. Copy this URL. Now click on Logout. Paste the copied URL and press Enter. You will see an error, attempt to read property name on null. This occurs because the notes.index root is accessible by guest users. To fix this we need to add auth middleware to the root. In web.php file, add auth and verified middlewares to the notes resource root. Open your browser and you will be redirected to the login page, as you are not logged in. Log in using your email and password. Click on the Create button link and you will see the page title. Click on the Dashboard link and you will see the page title. Click on Logout to log out the user. Now, if you try to go to the Notes page, you will be redirected to the login page, which means that auth middleware is working. Log in using email and password once more. Here we need to add a link to view a single note. First, let's see all the roots. In your terminal, type the command php artisan root :list to view all the roots. You can see a named root notes.show with the show method of note controller, associated with the URI pattern notes/note in curly brace. Here note acts as a placeholder for a dynamic value. In this case, it suggests that the root expects an identifier associated with a specific note. Open Note Controller. Here in the show method, we are using root model binding. Root model binding automatically injects model instances into root callbacks or controller methods based on the URI segment's value. Now, add dd function and pass $note variable in the parentheses. It will output the contents of the $note variable and then halt the execution of the script. Let's see the contents of this note with the ID 9. After notes, add 9 followed by a slash and press Enter. Click on the attributes array and you will see all the data related to the ID 9. Now, after notes add 8 followed by a slash and press Enter. Click on the attributes array and you will see all the data related to the ID 8. Now, let's display the note data into a view file. Comment out this dd function. Return a show view blade file located inside the Notes folder. Now pass the $note variable inside a compact function with the show view to display the single note data. Open create.blade.php file and copy the code. Now create show.blade.php file inside Notes folder. Paste the code which you have copied. Remove this code. Now, add an h3 tag and add Tailwind CSS class TextGray 100. In the h3 tag add $note title in double curly braces to display the note title. Duplicate this line. Here add $note body in double curly braces to display the note body. Open your browser. Reload the page. There is an error, undefined variable $title. To fix this, open Note Controller. In the show method, define a variable $title and set its value to show note. Now pass the $title variable inside a compact function with the show view. Open your browser and reload the page. You can see the note title and body. Let's display the data in a card format using Tailwind CSS classes. Open show.blade.php file. Here I have added a button link to go back to the notes root. Then I have added a div tag to display note title and note body. After that, I have added another div tag to display edit and delete buttons. Here is the code for Cyan BTN link component. You can pause the video and copy the code. Here is the code for Red BTN link component. Open your browser and you will see that the note title and body is displayed in a card with edit and delete button. Here is a back button to go back to the notes page. Click on the back button and you will be redirected to the notes page. Let's view data of the note with ID 8. After notes, add 8 followed by a slash and press enter. You will see the data of note with ID 8. Click on Notes link. Here we need to display a link to view the note. Navigate to the Hero Icons website. Search for the eye icon. Click on Copy SVG to copy this SVG. Open index.blade.php file. Paste the copied SVG here. Add M/2 Tailwind CSS class for margin right. Open your browser and you will see the SVG icon. Now, we need to add a link to the SVG icon. Open index.blade.php file. Add a link here. Wrap the SVG inside the link. Now add notes.showRoot in the root helper method and pass $note variable. Open your browser. Hover over the eye icons, and you will see the URL in the bottom left corner. Click on this eye icon and you will see the data of the note with ID 9. Click on the back button to go back to the notes page. Now, click on this icon and you will see the data of the note with ID 7. Click on Back button. Now we will implement the Edit Note functionality. Open Note Controller. In the Edit method, define a variable $title and set its value to Edit Note. Now return a view named notes.index and pass the variables $title and $note to the view using the compact function. Let's view the root for the edit and update method. You can see a named root notes.edit with the edit method of note controller, associated with the URI pattern notes/note/edit. The named root notes.update with the update method of note controller, associated with the URI pattern notes/note. The HTTP method is put or patch. Right-click on the create.blade.php file and click on Duplicate File or Directory. Rename it with edit.blade.php. Replace Create Note with Edit Note. Delete this commented code. Replace notes.store with notes.update. Replace create with update. Here pass $note variable. Here, add a method patch for method spoofing. Here, add $note title to retrieve the title of the note. Here, add $note body to retrieve the body of the note. Open index.blade.php file. Copy this link. Paste it here. Add the closing anchor tag here. Replace show with edit. Open your browser. Hover over the pencil icons, and you will see the URLs in the bottom left corner. Click on the first edit icon. You can see that the note title is retrieved, but the note body is not retrieved. To fix this, open text area input component. Add the $slot variable within the text area component using double curly braces. Open your browser and you will see that now the value of the body is retrieved. Open phpMyAdmin. Here you can see that note with ID 1 is created by the user whose user ID is 1. Now click on Users table. You can see that John Doe's user ID is 1. We are logged in as Jane Doe. Let's try to edit the note with ID 1, which was created by John Doe. Replace 9 with 1 and press Enter. You can see that we are able to edit the note which is created by other user. To fix this we will use Laravel's authorize method. The authorize method is used within controller methods to perform authorization checks before allowing access to certain actions. Open Note Controller. In the edit method, add authorize method, and pass the name of the authorization policy method as the first argument, followed by $note, which is the resource or model instance on which the authorization check will be performed. Add the authorize method in the update method as well. Copy this validation rules from the create method. Paste the validation rules here. Add the title validation rules in an array, remove the pipe sign, and add each rule in single quotes. Remove the validation rule unique : notes. Add a unique validation rule using the rule : unique method, passing notes in single quotes as the table name, and then using ignore with $note ID to exclude the current record from the uniqueness check. Laravel checks if the field value is unique within the notes table, while ignoring the current record's ID during the check, which is useful for update operations. Don't forget to import rule. Now, add the $note update method and pass $validated in the parentheses. The update method is used to update a model instance with the provided data, where $validated contains the validated data. Copy this code. Paste the code here. Remove compact function. Replace create with index. Open your browser and reload the page. You will see 403, this action is unauthorized error. Click on the back icon to go back. Now, click on Notes link to go to the Notes page. Click on the Edit icon to edit this note, which was created by the logged-in user. You will see the same 403 error, this action is unauthorized error. This happens because by default, the authorize method will prevent everyone from being able to update the note. We can specify who is allowed to update it by creating a model policy. Let's create a note policy. In your terminal, type the command php artisan make :policy, note policy -- model equals note. Here note is the model name. This command will create a note policy inside the policies folder. Open note policy and you will see different methods. The update method expects two parameters, $user, which represents the authenticated user trying to perform the action, and $note, which represents the note instance being updated. This method returns the result of invoking the $note user method, followed by the is method with the $user parameter. First it retrieves the user associated with the note using the user method. Then, it compares this user with the provided $user parameter using the is method. If the user matches, the method returns true, indicating that the user is authorized to update the note. Otherwise, it returns false, indicating that the user is not authorized. Open your browser and reload the page. Now, you can see that we can view the edit form for the note created by the logged-in user. Replace 9 with 1 to edit the note created by other user. Here you will see 403, this action is unauthorized error, which means our policy for authorization is working. Let's try to update this note. Add updated in both the title and body. Click on Update to update the note. You will see an error, undefined variable $title. This error occurred because we returned a view instead of redirecting to the notes.index route after updating the note. Remove this code. Add return redirect helper function, and inside the parentheses, add root helper function, and pass notes.index as the root name. Now, open your browser and reload the page. You will be redirected to the Notes page and you will see that the note with ID 9 is updated. Click on the pencil icon to update this note with ID 8. Add updated in both the title and body and click on the Update button. You will be redirected to the Notes page, and you will see that the note with ID 8 has been updated. Let's display a success message after the note has been updated. Open Note Controller. In the Update method, after the redirect function, add a with method. This method is used to attach data to the session. In the parentheses, pass a key success and the value note updated successfully. This means that after the redirect, the message note updated successfully will be available in the session under the key success. We will display the success message after creating the note as well, so copy this code. In the store method, comment out this dd function and paste the code which you have copied. Replace updated with created. Open index.blade.php. Here, I've used the @session directive to check if there's a success key stored in the session. If a success message is found, the HTML block below is rendered. Additionally, alpine.js is used to provide functionality for closing the success message. You can pause the video to copy the code. Open your browser. Click on the Create button. Enter title and body and click on the Create button to create the note. You can see that the note has been created and the success message is displayed. Let's update this note. Click on the pencil icon. Add updated in both the title and body and click on the Update button to update the note. You can see that the note has been updated and the success message is displayed. Now we will implement delete functionality. Open index.blade.php file. After the edit link, we will add a form for deleting the note. Add method equals post. In the action attribute, we need to add the name of the root for the delete action. Let's see the root for the delete method. In your terminal, type the command php artisan root, list and you will see all the roots. Here you can see that the root name is notes.destroy, the URI is note/note, and the HTTP method is delete. Here add the root name notes.destroy and pass $note variable. Now, add at CSRF blade directive. After that, add at method directive, pass delete as an argument within the parentheses. This directive is used to spoof an HTTP request as a delete request. Now, add a button with the attribute type equals submit. Cut this SVG element and paste it inside the button. Open Note Controller. Now, within the destroy method, add the authorize method and pass the argument delete along with the $note variable inside the parentheses. Now call delete method on the $note object. Copy this code. Paste the code here. Replace post updated with note deleted. Here also replace post with note. Replace post with note in the store method also. Open notepolicy.php file. Rather than repeating the logic from the update method, we can define the same logic by calling the update method from our destroy method. Anyone that is authorized to update a note will now be authorized to delete it as well. Open your browser and reload the page. Let's delete the note with ID 10. Click on the delete icon. You can see that the note has been deleted, and a success message is displayed. Open phpMyAdmin. Click on the notes table, and you will notice that the note with ID 10 is not showing. This indicates that the note has been deleted. You can see that note with ID 5 is present in the notes table. Let's delete the note with ID 5. Click on the delete icon to delete the note with ID 5. You can see that the note has been deleted and a success message is displayed. Open phpMyAdmin. Click on the notes table, and you will notice that the note with ID 5 is not showing. This indicates that the note has been deleted. Now let's display a confirm dialog before deleting the note. Open index.blade.php file. Here add an onClick method that returns a confirm dialog, which displays a dialog box with the specified message, "Are you sure you want to delete this note?" When the button is clicked, the user will see a confirmation dialog asking, "Are you sure you want to delete this note?" If the user clicks OK, the form submission will proceed, triggering the deletion action. If the user clicks Cancel, the deletion action will be aborted. Open your browser and reload the page. Click on the delete icon and you will see a dialog box. Click on Cancel to cancel the deletion. Again click on the delete icon and you will see a dialog box. Click on OK to delete the note. You can see that the note has been deleted and a success message is displayed. Click on the Notes table and you will notice that the note with ID 9 is not showing. This indicates that the note has been deleted. Let's add some notes as we have deleted some. Enter title and body and click on Create. The note has been created. Click on Create button. Add title and body and click on the Create button to create another note. The note has been created. Click on Create button to add one more note. Add a title and body and click on the Create button to create a new note. The note has been created. Click on the icon of the note with ID 11. You can see the title and body of the note are displayed in a card with Edit and Delete buttons. Here, we need to add the functionality to edit and delete this note. Open show.blade.php file. In the edit link, add the href attribute and assign it the value returned by the root helper function for the notes.editRoot, passing the $note variable as an argument. Copy this code and paste it in the delete link. Replace edit with destroy. Delete this code and paste the following code. Pause the video to copy the code. The edit link is the same as we have added before. For delete, we have added a form, and inside the form, we have added a button with a confirmation dialog as we have done before. Here is the code for Danger Button Blade component. Open your browser. Reload the page. Click on the Delete button, click on Cancel. Click on the Delete button once more and now click on OK to delete the note with ID 11. You can see that the note has been deleted and a success message is displayed. Click on the pencil icon of the note with ID 13. Add Updated in both the title and body and click on Update to update the note. You can see that the note has been updated and a success message is displayed. Click on the icon to view the note. The note with ID 1 was created by John Doe. Let's try to view this note. You'll notice that we're able to view a note created by another user, with both the edit and delete buttons visible. However, ideally, we should only display these options to the user who originally created the note. Open show.blade.php file. Before this div tag, add an @if directive. Within parentheses, include $note user, which retrieves the user associated with the note. Then, add the is method and pass auth user inside it to check if the user associated with the note is the same as the currently authenticated user. Add end if here. Open your browser. You can see that now the edit and delete buttons are not visible. Click on the back button to go to the notes page. Click on the eye icon to view the note with ID 13. You can see that here the edit and delete buttons are visible as this note was created by the logged in user. Replace 13 with 1 to view the note which was created by another user and has an ID of 1. If you want the user to view only the notes created by them, you can use a policy. Open notepolicy.php file. Copy this code. Paste the code in the view method. Open Note Controller. In the show method, add $authorize method, and pass the name of the authorization policy method as the first argument, followed by $note, which is the resource or model instance on which the authorization check will be performed. Now, open your browser and reload the page. You will see 403, this action is unauthorized error. Click on the eye icon of the note with ID 13 and you will see the note. Open phpMyAdmin. Let's try to open the note with ID 2 which is created by user with user ID 1, John Doe. You will see 403, this action is unauthorized error. This action is unauthorized because the note with ID 2 is created by another user, John Doe. If you encounter any issues while creating this app, don't forget to leave a comment. Thanks for watching. Please like and share this video and subscribe to my channel. I will see you in next tutorial. Till then, stay safe.